Good evening, entrepreneurs, and you know who you knewers. Today we're going to be filling out my interest bank from Caleb Ralston's uh, workbook for how to start your personal brand. So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just jump straight into it. So yesterday I filled out the first part of it, which was the brand journey framework, and I answered those questions in there. If you want to go back and watch that, go back and watch my last video. But today we're going to be building the interest bank. We're skipping straight over the credibility bank because I am a student of the game. I'm not a authority, and so I am a student, and that's why I'm going to be building the interest bank rather than the credibility bank. Okay, enough chat, we'll get into it. So most people delay posting because they think they need credibility first. They don't. They need interest. The interest bank is where you capture what you are actively learning, testing, and experiencing right now. This is how students build trust without pretending to be experts. This exercise gives you raw material to create content honestly without posturing, exaggerating, or faking authority. That's my goal. I don't want to fool anybody. I am not an expert at this, and I even imply that in the name of my channel, which is Diary of a Future Millionaire. I'm not a millionaire yet. I don't know how to make $1 million. So if you're coming to me for how to make $1 million, you've come to the wrong spot. But if you're coming to me as somebody who you are interested in seeing succeed and somebody who's going to be rooting for you along the way at the same time, this is the channel for you. So step one is to deposit the curiosity. So he asks us to write down 5 things we are actively interested in learning or understanding right now. These should be things you are genuinely spending time, attention, or money on. Okay, so I would say that the first thing that I am interested in is business in general. I love learning about business. I spend literally hours every single day listening to business content or reading business content from, I would say, mostly Alex Hormozi, because I just find that his stuff really clicks with me. And the guy is a genius. He is really smart. So I love his books. I have read all of his books. I got my boss on board. We even got his AI because we were on the book launch. So I love Alex Hormozi's stuff. So I'm going to write that first. I'm going to say business content / Alex Hormozi, just because I feel like he has it made. He knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, number 2, I would say something that I'm actively interested in learning right now is advertising. I am currently a student at university and I am getting my degree in marketing, and I love marketing, but I specifically love advertising. When I was a kid, I loved watching the Super Bowl, but one of my favorite parts about watching the Super Bowl was the ads. And I played football growing up, but I really almost would rather have gotten to the Super Bowl by creating an ad to be in the Super Bowl rather than being one of the football players on the field. I've always had a natural draw to advertising, especially funny advertising. I think it's something that I really enjoy. If a company can have some good humor in their advertising, I just love that. And I guess going more into that, I am also interested in content and copywriting. I think that right now we live in a world where AI is able to do a lot of writing for us, and to me it's super apparent when I read it or when I see it, and every time I see an AI advertisement, I immediately just don't even pay attention to it anymore. I gloss over it immediately. And my wife said it's the same way. Every time she sees a billboard that was generated by AI, she immediately does not want to do business with whoever is advertising them. And so I want to get into copywriting in a way that is very genuine and human. And I could use that talent for email marketing and just writing content in general. So yeah, I don't know how to write scripts for these videos yet. I'm just kind of going for it. So we're gonna keep that up. All right, number 4, curiosity. Something that I'm genuinely actively interested in learning or understanding right now. I would say also AI agent implementation. Does that make sense? So that would be something like you own a plumbing business and you need somebody to convert an estimate into an invoice and follow up with your customers automatically after the invoice has been sent and make sure they get paid, and then something that automatically sends review requests and all those sort of things. And it just is done automatically. I am interested in that kind of thing because I feel like a lot of home service and small business owners leave a lot of money on the table by not following up with previous customers. They have a huge bank of customers that they could go back and get 5-star Google reviews from, or they could go back and do another job for, like, hey, we installed a water heater for you 10 years ago. How's it looking? Can we come do a service check on it, make sure everything's okay? That sort of thing. Just using, creating AI agents to help these kind of small business owners capitalize and make a lot more money, but also not making their jobs worse, but allowing them to do their job better. Does that make sense? So that's something I'm interested in. Liam Otley is a guy that I follow, and I can't remember the other name of the other guy, but he has a school community on using like maker.com and that kind of thing. But that's something I'm genuinely interested in. Okay. And number 5, one more thing that I'm actively interested in learning or understanding right now. Finding jobs that pay a lot of money. I feel like I see so many jobs out there that require you to have like 15, 16, 20 years of experience in this thing, and you have to have a master's degree, and like you have to prove that you're this, and then they're offering you $60,000 salary. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of it's not cool. I want to find jobs that pay a lot of money because I know they are out there, because I see people go out and buy a $2 million house or a $10 million house and they have a job, and I'm like, where are you? Like, I meet these people and I'm like, they're not that much smarter than me. Like, where did they get this job? So I'm interested in finding high paying jobs. And maybe that's just done through networking. I don't know. But where I'm here about to graduate at the end of the year, that's something that's kind of at the top of the mind for me. And if I can't find a high paying job, I'm just going to make my own. And that's that's part of the reason why I'm making these videos, is to help me explore my ideas and become, or give me opportunities to become an entrepreneur. So we're going to try that. All right. So let's move on. Some of the examples could have been like learning a new skill, figuring out a specific problem, testing a new system, tool, or habit, exploring a career or business shift. Okay, I think I filled that pretty well. So number 2, deposit your experiments. Write down 3 things you are currently testing or experimenting with. If nothing is being tested, nothing interesting is happening yet. All right. Very first thing that I am testing right now is content creation. That's what this video is. I'm literally creating content to test my ability to create content, because that's something that I'm interested in the future. I feel like attention is going to be a currency that is valued at more and more and more the older I get. It's already super valuable, but I feel like it's going to become even more valuable in the future. So content creation and creating this YouTube channel. And I'm sticking to YouTube for now because I want to become more sufficient at YouTube. And even listening to this training, if you go actually watch the 5-hour training by Caleb Ralston, he suggests for a solo creator or a solopreneur to focus on one channel and have one secondary channel that you can repurpose the content from your first channel into your second channel. So my first channel is obviously going to be YouTube. I think my second channel is probably going to be Instagram, just because I feel like that's going to be where more of my target audience is. And also I'm familiar with Instagram. I'm not very big on TikTok. I don't love it, but I'm going to probably have to learn how to love it eventually. So we'll get into that. But for now, YouTube, and then eventually Instagram. I'll write that down specifically here. Okay. Next. What is the next thing I am testing right now? I'm testing different hooks. I'm testing different thumbnails. I'm testing different ideas, like specifically for this YouTube channel, but I'm gonna probably go with another route here. I would say I'm going to begin, I haven't began anything yet, but I'm going to begin testing new business ideas. Actually, before I jump into that, I'll say I begin AI automation and implementation in my current business that I work for. I work for a plumbing business in Logan, Utah, and I have already began to implement some automatic text messages, automatic follow-ups, just to make it easier for business owners to chase some of that money that they're probably leaving behind. So I'm going to say automation and AI agents. That's something I'm already testing right now. I'm going to get more into that, but yeah, we'll get into 3. Number 3 is, I would say, marketing in general, just like a marketing business. That's something that I feel like I've been wanting to do for a long time, is have my own marketing business. And I've been wanting to call it Wood Marketing. I'll put my first logo idea right here. You can tell me if you think it's good or bad. But that's a business that I've been wanting to do as a side project, so that I can pick up some clients and help them make some more money with this or that. But I'm going to experiment a little bit more with that, and I'm going to do that publicly on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around, subscribe, watch that. Okay, we're moving on. Deposit your questions. Write down 5 questions that you are genuinely trying to answer right now. Okay. I think that my very first question that just jumps right into my mind is, how do I make $1 million? I genuinely don't know. And I am okay to admit that, but I am exploring, I'm experimenting. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that publicly with you guys. How do I make that? How do I have that in my bank account? And I didn't do like the full math on that, but like realistically, if I want to have $1 million in my checking account, I probably need to make close to $1.5 million over the next 6 years at least. If I put all that into savings, probably even a little more than that, to be honest. Because I do want to buy a house. I'm renting right now, so there's a lot more that goes into it than just $1 million. So I need to figure out, how in the world does one do that? Like, I am gonna go watch some videos from Alex Hormozi. He's talked about it specifically, and there's other YouTube videos out there, but I need to experiment. I need to try. I don't really know. So, number 2, what is another question I'm genuinely trying to answer right now? I would say, what kind of content is going to help the viewers of this channel the best. Because I've felt like recently, the last 2 videos, I've gotten better at making thumbnails and I've gotten better at my titles, and I'm probably not very good at my hooks yet, but I want to know what kind of content is actually going to serve you guys, because I don't know. I don't really know what kind of content I can make right now as a student. I don't have authority, so I can't teach you much other than I can show you what I'm trying, and that's hopefully helpful. But if you have something that you genuinely want to see from me, and like something that genuinely I can try and help you with, leave a comment. I'd love to help you with it best I can. And I want to know, like, what is it that you guys are actually looking for on this channel? So, okay, number 3. What is another question? How to make $1 million? What type of content is actually going to help the viewers? What are the next 3 steps that I need to take? I genuinely don't know. And I think that this is asking right here. It says good students content starts with real questions, not polished conclusions. Like, why isn't this working the way I expected? What actually matters here? What am I missing? And I don't know. How do I make $1 million? What type of content is actually going to help the viewers? What are the next 3 steps I need to take? Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a hard time coming up with 2 more questions at the moment, but I don't know. I'm going to skip over them for now. Maybe I'll come up with some more as I'm rambling here. But let's move on to step 4. Early signals and observations. I'm going to write down 3 things that I'm starting to notice, even if they are incomplete. You are allowed to be mid-process. Just be honest about it. Okay. Well, I would say making YouTube videos is going to be one of those things that I am actually looking for indicators from. And so right now I have posted 17 or 18 videos now. And I would say that there are 2 videos out of those that stand out the most. Those were day 3 and day 4. One of them got like 60 views and one of them got almost 50 views. And the rest of them have been like closer to 10 or less, maybe 5 or 4, 3, 2, 1. So I would say that those 2 videos are an early signal that something is resonating. So I'd say videos 3 and 4 resonate. I should study them and figure out why. And then an early signal, I think, okay, this is kind of like going off of the path just a little bit, but it's something that I think of, and it's something that Caleb talks about in his training, is having a contrarian belief. And one of my contrarian beliefs that I have is that college is not worth it, at least not for most people the way that it used to be. When I grew up, and when my parents grew up, and I'm sure when your parents grew up or when you grew up, everybody who told me that I needed to go to college if I ever wanted to have a good job. And I come from a small town where the only people that had any money were doctors, like literally, or gas station owners, which I thought you had to go to college to be a gas station owner just because you need like a business degree or something. I know now that that's not true, but as I've been going to college for 4 years now, I've realized that the value of a degree is not nearly what it used to be. And I've talked about this in other videos, but I feel like what is the most valuable in the workplace and in the world is actual skills. And so, and I feel like college doesn't actually teach you skills. It just gives you material that you can go learn on your own. And maybe in the meantime, you can develop some of those skills on your own, but it does not actually give you the skills that you need for a job other than maybe like turning in your assignments on time. So I'm going to put that down here. Not what it used to be and is no longer worth it. I know that's kind of and as somebody who's about to graduate, I feel like that's true. And maybe that doesn't exactly follow this pattern, but that's what I'm putting down anyways, just because I feel like it resonates, it rings true with me. So let's see. Let's be honest. You are allowed to be mid-process, early signals, observations. Okay, I would say that like in the small implementation of AI and automations that I've done for my boss's business, the plumbing company, I have seen more invoices get paid quickly. I've seen more Google reviews come in. I've seen more people respond to estimates. So I would say that that's a good sign that that kind of thing is actually valuable and it's actually worth it. So service businesses specifically. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for now, other than question or depositing more questions. Maybe one more question would be like, what skills should I acquire? And what jobs are actually valuable? Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty good about those. So let's jump into the last few steps. So step 5 is determine what you can share. Well, obviously I'm already sharing all of this with you guys, but mark it as green, comfortable sharing publicly; yellow, share with context or boundaries; red, keep private for now. Yeah, I feel like all of this stuff is honestly pretty green. Like I don't really have any shame in sharing any of this stuff, so I'm not even going to worry about marking them green because I'm already open to sharing all this. Am I comfortable saying I don't know yet about this? Yes, I very much am, because I really don't know, but I'm learning, and I hope you can be patient with me, and maybe as we go through this journey, we'll learn something together. Am I sharing experience, not advice? I hope so. I'll try to share advice where I feel like I actually do have like genuine authority on something, but for most of the stuff, I really don't have any authority, so I'm just sharing my experience with it. And that's okay. If you're interested in that, cool. Could someone mistake this for a claim of expertise? I hope not. I don't want to be a poser. I don't want to... What's the word that he used here at the top? Posturate, is that what he said? Yeah, so I don't want to posture, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to pose, I don't want to create myself to be somebody that I'm not. I'm just going to share genuinely what I'm doing, what I'm learning, what I'm experiencing. So I think we're good there. And yeah, let's look at the final reminder, and then I think we'll wrap this up. This is not about being right or impressive. This is about being genuinely interested and visibly engaged. Your interest bank gives you permission to show up before you have it all figured out. Glad I have permission. If you stay curious long enough, the bank eventually turns into a credibility bank, but only if you are being honest along the way. All right. Well, you guys have got a chance to witness what I've written down for my interest bank, and what I'm curious about, what experiments I'm doing, my questions, and some of my early signals. So hope this was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.